Hello everyone, my name is Reewyn and I am so excited today because we finally have the first 5 minutes of Stranger Things 5. It's so early for me, I have not seen this yet, so we're going to do a quick reaction and then we are going to analyse and break down the episode. So yeah, let's go. Okay, we knew it was Will in the Upside Down. Is that a dead Demogorgon? No. Castle Byers. I hope they fix Castle Byers. Tiny baby Will. Tiny baby Will. It's okay, tiny baby Will. You're okay, tiny baby Will. Damn it. The microphone broke. The demo ducky. He looks really cold. So he must have been here like for a while at this point, towards the end of the 7 days. It's gonna be a jump scare. Yep. Okay. Oh! Whip out the Glock! Go, Will! Go, Will! Oh, it's mad. Look at him go! He's running. Go, kid, go! Okay, and we've seen this leaked. I think his jump across the trees. Oh god. Can it get up? Can it get up? Oh. Maybe. It's gonna jump, isn't it? So is it coming to kill Will or is it coming to grab him? I guess we're gonna get answers soon, but I'm impatient. I'm hoping we get a little bit more content after the upside down scene. He's gonna make the jump. Oh, that is a big jump. That is a very big jump, is all I'm gonna say. Ooh. How the heck did he survive that? How did he? That would have broken his back, dude. Okay. Oh, we've still got half the time. Okay. All I'm gonna say is it's a bit suspicious, the size of that jump he made. Even if he failed it, that was like straightforward. And to survive the amount of damage he must have had from doing that jump. Oh, now it's the Vecna scene. Oh, Will, no. Why does Vecna want him? It's just Will, bro. He's just... Oh. I don't know why there was something funny about that walk. Slay, Vecna, slay. Oh, God. What do you want with him? This is a child. Look at him. This is a child. We can begin. Yeah. Vecna. Ew. Oh, this is this thing. See, something very similar happened to him. Happened to Henry when he was a kid in the first Shadows. What am I watching? We are the same. Dude! Didn't tell me that's all we got. Oh my god. Oh my, are you kidding me? Okay. I was hoping we had a little bit more than just the upside down. I was hoping. Is that the profile picture now? Yeah, I was hoping we'd at least get a little bit more, but that's okay. That's okay. That was interesting. So now we're gonna kind of slow down. So immediately we are looking at Castle Byers. So I do wonder if we're going to somehow come back to that, especially because Castle Byers is now completely destroyed. So I was wondering if that's a dead Demogorgon there, but it does look like it's just a lot of vines at the moment. We will brighten things if there's anything that I feel like could be missing, but yeah. So we can kind of tell this is quite late into being in the upside down. Something I kind of realized as well is that well, now we know how Joyce and Hopper got in there without being killed, because obviously Vecna wanted to take him. So it is interesting why we're going to figure out why Vecna chose specifically to take Will, because that is now obviously confirmed. I almost wonder if it's because he survived so long that Vecna took him, because if he survived a full week and he only gets caught by the Demogorgon when he has to like jump across trees and like breaks his frigging back, like... Oh, something else as well, we cut off at 4 minutes 54, which is slightly under 5 minutes. I am wondering, following this, is Will going to wake up from his dream? This is his current dream, because that Netflix... that didn't feel natural. It felt like they'd just... It feels like the brand just been like, Netflix, for the YouTube segment, not the actual episode. Should I stay or should I go? Look, Will, it's baby you. I'm not gonna do that to you, that's evil. So, the drawing of the bear. I know some people find symbolism for that. I do wonder if there is symbolism, and not necessarily towards Byler, but I do think there could be something to do with bears. Oh, creepy Demogorgon. He looks so wet and shiny. I wonder... Well, the thing is, the upside down is quite fleshy, so I'm wondering if it's actually tied to someone's body. Because it's strange. And even this, like, mesh stuff. And we have the giant wall as well. I wonder if it's even made up of the mind flare, because at first I thought, oh, it's just tentacle stuff. That's just gross, typical horror stuff. But the more I look at it, the more it does look like we're inside something, because the vines and the... yeah, everything's wet, and you have all these, like, stuff. It's a bit strange. Oh, tiny Will. And then we have Rah! This is a cool design for the Demogorgon. He is... oh, he is so creepy. Is that amount of teeth necessary, though? Let's be so for real. Is that amount of teeth necessary? I love that we finally figure out, like, the shotgun as well, because we knew he had it, but we didn't know if he used it or anything. So now we know that he's just straight up, like... Angry Demodoggy. Rah! Boy is running. So did the Demogorgon not find him before this point? Or no? No, it must have done, because it went after Joyce at one point as well. So it's really interesting that he somehow has this connection. He knows where to hide, and he's run away from the Demogorgon so many times. It's suspicious. I will say, the theory of Will dying in the Upside Down and coming back almost like a living dead is... it's more suspicious at this point, because the way he fell from the tree looked quite bad. I don't know. So yeah, we have obviously Will just climbing the tree. And the lightning's... is lightning always in the Upside Down, or is this like a signal that Vecna's influence is coming? Because obviously in season 5, the lightning has come into Hawkins. I can't remember. Very impressive clip. So again, on the tree, we have this weird fleshy stuff. So I'm starting to think it's more than just the natural texture of the Upside Down. It's some kind of flesh. Oh, I don't know. It's just really weird. It's really strange. So See, I initially thought as well this was going to be something that Elle saw by going through Will's mind. I don't know if it's out of the question still, though. I do think that something else could have happened here, but I'm very surprised that they immediately put the Will and Vecna thing, like, right at the start with no anticipation. No. You guys get what I mean. Ew. You're so saliva-y, bro. So then... God, that thing climbs fast. So the branch looks kind of close here. When he makes the jump... That's a really long jump. That's the length of the Demogorgon. And he grabs it. He does fall after, but he does grab it. It's odd. That's like a Star Wars Force jump, dude. Like that. And then he's going straight forward as well. This isn't like a up and down. This is I'm flying forward. Especially this last shot. Like, he's not going downwards. And I feel like that's a really big detail to just miss out on. It's like, it's not just bump. It's ah. And obviously he fails because he swings. This is that a stunt thingy? Because he kind of goes floppy like. Sorry. Oh, yeah, I do think it's a bit... Something's odd. He would have been really severely hurt at that point as well. I don't know, maybe we'll find out more about it, but... And then obviously he's caught by his backpack. He's suspiciously okay here as well. On his backpack, he's got a decent grip on his backpack. Like, that would have hurt a lot more on a tiny body than he's letting on. Wee! Just wee! I'm having too much fun with the Will Byers plushie. Someone should take it away from me. Actually, no. See, Will Byers plushie. You live a good life. This is what could be happening to you. Okay, this could be happening to you, and it's not. Be grateful. So, this is the library. Actually, I am gonna brighten this screen up. We'll do that at the end. I'm gonna screenshot a couple stuff to brighten later. Because, again, this is the most fleshiest. This is completely covered in tentacles. Like, everything else has that white stuff on it. Whereas this is covered in flesh. So I'm like, We'll get a good screenshot of this as well. So, as well, by this point, everyone else has gone missing. Then, yeah, we have the Demogorgon bringing him in. The whole wall is... It's so strange because if you look, even the wall is now coming inwards. So something is really weird about the texture of the Upside Down. That it's wet and that it's fleshy. Something's really strange about it, and I can't put my finger on what. And I can't tell if they're actually in the Mind Flayer's body or something. Like the whole, Upside Down is going to be revealed inside the Mind Flayer's body in Dimension X. But baby Will. He's like, I'll get you next time. I'll get you next time. Brighten this screen as well. What I'll do is I'll just shove them in Canva. Excuse me, I took that screenshot. That's not very nice. Okay, there we go. And then we have Vecna. How is his form here? Because this is a few years before. He looks more human. Like, obviously there's damage here, but obviously his hand isn't as long as well. I don't know if this is the one that's more severely burnt or if this is growing strength because of it. But this is more fleshy and his head is more fleshy. Like human fleshy. Oh, baby Will. Okay, another thing. The question is this Mind Flayer or Vecna controlling the tentacles? Because I don't know. We'll see. And also, why does he have control of the tentacles? Because he's got some, like, quite intense connection with the Upside Down, and this doesn't quite feel like powers, because he's not, like, just going, and then moving. He's kind of like... This is just cruel. I think the only reason I can see him doing this is because this is the first thing that happened to him. Unless this... and actually... Unless Vecna's trying to get the Demogorgons in the real world, because in the stage play, Henry vomits up a Demogorgon slug before, like... This is before he... What's the words? Before he completely gives up to the Mind Flayer, because for reference, in the first Shadow, it's shown that Henry was a good kid until he got into Dimension X and the Mind Flayer started taking control, so it's really the Mind Flayer that's the evil part of him. Like, Henry's still in there, but anyway, so when he started going insane, he threw up this slug and stepped on it, so I wonder if he's... Yeah, I don't know. Maybe Bro's just lonely. See, I almost wonder if he sees himself, because, again, Vecna was taken when he was 9, or Henry was taken when he was 9, was a little kid, so... Begin what? I mean, is Will dead at this point? Has he died? Because, obviously, they do restart his heart, but what are the odds that his heart stopped in those exact moment that Will was found? Like, that it was stopped long enough that he survived still. Because that's like a matter of minutes, if not less, because that means the blood wasn't pumping to his brain, so... I wouldn't pass it for him to be dead here. What is he putting in with? See, this scene makes me really uncomfortable as well because it's the sexual assault thing that people talk about. I think this could be it, because I know people might say, oh, it's not sexual assault because it's not sexual. It's not sexual assault, but shoving stuff down his throat feels very disgusting, and it feels very on that border. See, that looks like a heart of some kind. Again, leading on to the theory, this is, oh, it's some kind of body. I suppose this explains as well why Will still has some connection to Vecna and the Upside Down. Whatever Vecna has done in this scene has made Will have that connection to Vecna. Now the question is, does Will have his true sight powers here? Because it's really suspicious that when Joyce puts those lights up and she writes the letters, everyone's like, yeah, he communicates with the letters. The letters weren't on the wall when he got sent to the Upside Down, and the Upside Down is frozen in the past. So, like, what are we saying here? What are we saying here? Because that means Will would have had to have true sight to look into the other world before this happened. Which means he already has powers by this point, which means somehow either he's been to Dimension X first before he got to the Upside Down, or the Upside Down is giving him powers. What is he doing? What? I almost wonder if Will has repressed this from his memory, because he hasn't talked about this before. And it's like, I don't know. I mean, this kind of could explain now then why in the trailer he was knocked out but conscious, because something is inside him. He vomited up one singular slug. He is pumped full of whatever that is here. I hate how it's almost like tender from Vecna as well, like that, because I do think Vecna definitely sees young Henry in Will, and that's part of why he's chosen Will to do this, because he sees Will in himself. It's what is Vecna doing, bro? Will wasn't dead by that point, by the way, because he was crying, but unless that just jump-started his heart. Yeah, this isn't natural. This isn't where the intro's meant to be, I don't think. This feels like something Netflix has put in. So I do think that potentially we are going to see Will waking up in Mike's room, and that's where they're taking it out, because obviously the ship wars are at their all-time high. Yeah, Team Byler. Ah, who said that? Who said that? It's the port of Byler, by the way. You guys probably know. But yeah, it's yeah, I think that's the reason why they've cut here at this really unnatural point, is because Will's probably waking up in Mike's room or something, because we then go into the Wheeler Byler breakfast, and it would be a bit odd to just snap over, especially as it's something like the 7-minute time card is when the Byler Wheeler breakfast is, so there's 2 minutes there that is unnaturally strange. I don't know, there is a missing point. So what we're going to go do now is I'm going to go brighten up this image, so bear with me. Here's the first one. So I want to get a better look at the library. So we're going to make temperature colder so we get more distinctive. We're going to brighten it up, no, that way with contrast. And then probably, no, vibrancy even, not exposure. Shadow. So we can now zoom in and have a proper look at this. So yeah, it's strangely fleshy. It's like the vines are completely all over the library. It's no longer just This could also explain why in the trailer we have the scene of like the main four, and Will and Mike are going to be going to the either library or the church. I do think it looks like the library now, because specifically of this bit here, the main justification for it potentially being the church was the fact that we had this big spire on top, but I do think it is just that. We can check it before the end of the video actually, wait. Forever. Here, this is what we want. Don't play the music or get copyright striked. Yeah, this is a library, because if you look, it's like that, and then the spire is right at the back, so this is Will and Mike going to the library, not the church. I'm sorry, Churchgate believers, but I don't think that is the church. So yeah, it's the fleshiness, as I've said. I keep saying it, but it's the fleshiness that's really... It's tingling the theorist edges, okay? Because Dimension X is completely empty, and yet we've never questioned why the Upside Down looks like this. We've never actually sat back and thought, why is it fleshy? Why has it been chosen? Because at first it's like, okay, tentacles, and then it's, okay, Vecna themed, I guess. But now it's... I think that's why the wall of flesh is there. I think it's quite literally made of flesh. But we'll see. So, the reason I want to have a closer look at this one is because I'm wondering if the bodies of the other victims are there, because whatever that is looks suspicious. Brightness all the way up. Contrast it a bit. Vibrance. And then turn the shadows a tiny bit, I guess. Okay, so now we get more... Oh, that's way too zoomed in. We get more of like a proper look. Okay, so... Again, it's a flesh chamber. Because in all the other areas, there's like flesh on the walls, but the way the flesh curls in here, it's like this shape, which means it's really dense. The library is such an odd choice for Vecna to choose as well, because at least in the first shadow, there's nothing indicating he'd have a special relationship with the library. Like, maybe Hawkins' school, but not the library. I want to look at the Robin and Nancy scene after this, because I am slightly suspicious that there might be a chance that you can tell Vecna is there and no one just noticed it. It's kind of mind flayery when you look at these little bits as well, I don't know. I'm not seeing, unless that's a face there, I can't really see any victims. Okay, it does have the stringy stuff here as well, but it's frustrating. Okay, adjust. We're going to do temperature. They're intentionally hiding stuff here. You watch. Wait. Oh, you're hard to adjust. You don't want to be adjusted, but you're going to be adjusted. What's that black mass? What's that, huh? god, we're getting pixels now, dude. So, what are we meant to be seeing here? This... Have they cropped something out? Because they've been well known to do that for the trailers. I don't see why they would crop something out here unless it's just the body. That looks like Demogorgon body. That might be the actual Demogorgon. That's a... Okay, I'm not seeing anything here, but I'm really suspicious about this scene. Why would Vecna choose the library? Why go that side? Minnie will. Why would Vecna choose a library? Why don't you know? I just knocked so much stuff down. I'm sorry, Minnie will. I'm sorry. Anyway, yeah. Why would Vecna choose the library? Let's look at the wiki page. The center of times. Oh my god, go away, I just saw something. The building prominently featured a clock tower. And what's the thing that shows up every time you go in there? Every time you go to the library... No, sorry, every time someone is possessed by Vecna, we see the clock. Now Vecna has access to a giant clock that covers the entire library. That's not suspicious at all. And it looks like it's in all the seasons. Okay. They went to the library to research, and they found news articles, yeah. The Demogorgon brought its victims there to make a nest. Barbara and Will Byers were taken there, as well as other identified victims. Will was eventually found there to be alive with a tendril down his throat. Yeah, so Vecna purposely left there. He purposely stopped all the Demogorgons from getting him, so... Dustin goes to get the books. That was funny when he stole the books. And they go there. Found out the murders were not carried out by Victor Cruel, but by Vecna. When Vecna carried out his plan by opening 4 gates, the gates tore through the centre or Hawkins, causing collapse at the centre. Yeah, I think it's the clock tower. This wasn't... Why does this look different? Wait, no, come on. No, you're not playing with me. Okay, look how fleshy the library is in this shot. Look how much fleshy is on it. Now look here. Look at all the flesh and the fact that it's been taken over. Now look here. I don't know what Vecna has done to make it progress so quickly. But that wasn't like that. Yeah, so... Whatever. So I think one thing is Vecna is using its victims to build the library, and I think the other thing is that the clock tower is why Vecna is here. And I almost think that's the clock that Will could be seeing, because in that scene with all 4 of them, they're obviously talking about the clock. No, obviously talking about the library now, and then probably Will walks off because he's seeing the library. Because not only was he taken there, which is why he probably doesn't want to go back there, but also he might even be seeing the clock tower of the library if Vecna is trying to get to him, because obviously Vecna is trying to call Will to be under his control again. Like, don't do it, Will. Poor Will Byers. Yeah, it's really suspicious. Let's look at the... So, kind of spoilers now, but let's see the library. 5 leak library. I swear we've seen the library leaked. Library set. No, you lie. You are like Papa. I know I've seen this. It's been purged. The last thing we're going to do... is we're going to have a look through this scene, just so we can kind of get an idea. Okay. Is there anything we should see here? I'm not seeing anything. This gives more questions than answers, and I'm so excited, honestly. I'm so excited after sitting here and watching through everything. Yeah. I'm interested if it is the clock that has brought Vecna there. What is so special about the clock? What is so special? Like, and why, if not for that, why choose the library? Because it's obviously thickened it with flesh. It looks very different when, either before or when Will and Joyce get there, I can't tell. And then obviously Vecna wanted them to find Will to take back to the other world. So now we know why Will's connection is there. Obviously it was intentional, obviously it was what Vecna wanted to do, but... Anyway, that is everything for today. I am so excited for the new season. I am going to be doing an episode 1 prediction soon, because hopefully on Thursday I'm going to the press tour to see the first episode. Fingers crossed. But thank you so much for watching. Have a great day, and remember, the line does not concern itself with by the doubt.